Got a great show for you today. Here is the latest, just right out of the gate, on the New York Jets' pursuit of Aaron Rodgers. And it's not earth-shattering, Evan, but it's a factual update on the matter. Aaron Rodgers will not become a New York Jet this week. All right?
It's a week-to-week proposition.
It is a week-to-week thing. He will not become a New York Jet this week. Now,
not this week.
Maybe that bothers you. Maybe it doesn't bother you. But we are going to get very, very close to draft night or the night before. But you should know that if you're waiting for the news to come, much like yesterday we saw the video of Lamar Jackson and Odell Beckham partying at the Live nightclub down in Miami, celebrating their new partnership. And that's got Raven fans, rightfully so, all pumped up that Lamar is all in now to come back, even if it's on the franchise tag, with Odell Beckham, was also on a one-year deal. Aaron Rodgers will not become a New York Jet this week. Panic.
Did they play a game this week?
No, they don't.
Okay, I'm good then.
No, they don't. But I can tell you what, the New York Jets are going to play this to the very end, and it's going to be nothing but drama. And I'm telling you, I still think they're in the driver's seat. They will most likely get him, but, man, they're going to put you through it.
I don't think Jet fans are going
through it. You're going
to
to be biting on your nails.
Do you think Jet fans are going through it?
I think Jet fans every day when there's a new NFL report are like, is it us?
Well,
is it Aaron?
I think there's excitement, but I don't think anybody's going through it. I think most Jet fans are chill. I really do.
I
think
do
we're
not
relaxed.
believe there's any such thing as a chill Jet fan.
Well, that's fair, maybe.
And I tell you why. And I'm not doing this to troll anybody.
No, you would never.
I would never do that. It's not my style, as you know. But here's the reality. It's now legitimately where it's Aaron Rodgers or it's nobody.
Right.
We are at that stage now.
No, it's always been. We've been at that stage for a month.
In the past, there was the notion of, if they don't get Aaron, they pivot to Lamar. That kind of thing.
Right.
This is it. Like, Lamar's done now. That's off the table. He's clearly going to be a Raven. So it ain't getting done this week, meaning right now, is it 16 days to the draft?
2 weeks
days?
from Thursday, so I think that adds up to about 16 days.
All right,
yes.
You got 16 days to go, and it's not happening today, so tomorrow's 15. Then it's Thursday, that's 14. Then it's Friday,
They have
that's
a week
13,
and a half.
12,
I'll
11.
do the math for you because this
11.
week's gone since it's not happening.
It is not happening
so you've
this
got
week.
all next week, and then you've got part of the following week to get things done before the NFL draft.
That's right.
So you got a week and a half if you look at it that way.
You got a week and a half to get her done.
Yeah.
And every day that goes by is another day it might not happen. Another day that another team could say, we'll give you A, B, C, D, and E. But right now, they are the drivers. They are the leaders.
You realize that, and you're right to say, like, the Jet fan in general is a nervous fan base.
Should be.
We expect the worst.
It's
like,
the
that's
biggest
who we
deal the
are.
Jets have ever made?
No, but I'm talking about in general. Like, in general,
okay.
that's who
Got
we
it.
are. But I think for the most part, most Jet fans are like me. We're chill, man. We're not blinking. We're calm. We expect him to be the quarterback.
No.
Our GM told us the other night in what may have been a drunken stupor. I'm not sure. Probably not.
He was not. He was sober.
Oh, just the audience was drunk. That's great.
And the host.
The host.
Possible.
He told us, our fearless leader told us. So I think this is one of those rare times where we're cool and calm. We really are. We're chill. Dude, give me a margarita. I got my feet up at the beach. I really do. I feel relaxed.
And that's when the worst things happen.
Maybe.
When you let your guard down and you least expect it. You're sitting there drinking that margarita. Someone taps you on your shoulder and says, did you hear? And you say, well, I'm just relaxing. I'm chill. I'm a Jet fan. Oh, then you don't know. You didn't get him. Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah, not worried. I still feel good.
That would be so bad.
I think that there is a clock that could strike midnight where maybe my beach vacation ends.
Yeah,
but right now, I'm
Thursday night
chilling.
into Friday.
Yeah. Right now, like, my feet are up. I got, like, a nice short sleeve shirt on.
Yeah.
I got my shorts on.
Oh, my God.
With nothing underneath, by the way. And I'm just drinking.
Yeah.
And I got the umbrella in my drink.
Yeah, you enjoying
And
yourself?
I'm sightseeing at the beach. I'm like, oh, look at the Ravens situation. Oh, that's cute. Oh, look. No one signed Zeke. Oh, that's cute. And I'm just chilling. I'm having a great time.
Well, listen, if that's how you are, if you're a diehard Jet fan, that you're totally confident and you're chilling. More power to you. I'm not like that. I'm a nervous wreck over the whole thing. I really am. Meanwhile, I know it's crazy early in the baseball season. Nobody cares that Tampa's 10-0 because, like you guys always say, it's only one NFL game.
Excuse me? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Time out. Craig has a saying on this show, and I want to borrow it. Craig has a saying. Craig says, if you give me enough time, I'll be right.
That's correct.
Sometimes you don't see it right away.
Yeah.
Well, Big Mac and I have the same saying. Because for many months, even many years now, we've argued with Craig that a baseball game, 10 of them would be the equivalent of one football game.
Dumbest,
is it?
One of the dumbest
arguments
that I've ever heard.
Okay, one of the most dumbest arguments of all time.
That's right.
Well, a few hours ago, Big Mac and Evan were proven correct when these words came out of the mouth of Craig Carton.
The game took only 2 hours to play. Incredible. Tampa won. And why do I bring that up? Because I recognize nobody cares about Tampa, including in Tampa. 10-0.
Yes. They're incredible.
Which is, I know it's a big story for you baseball nuts.
It is.
But if you think about it, Mr. Cody Decker.
Yeah, what?
It's like being 1-0 in the NFL.
I think it is.
What?
That was for you.
It finally happened.
No.
He realizes the truth.
I did it for you.
I want to make
sure.
sure
You watch.
I watch all right.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to that later. I've already made the call.
But thank you for admitting what Big Mac and I have known for many years.
The problem is that I was mocking you there, and I was hoping that our audience was listening to that because I was doing it on purpose, and I did it completely unchallenged. And I got to work on that aspect of things. Like, nobody said, what are you talking about? Which is what I was saying.
Because they know we're right. Like, I love baseball, right? Big Mac and I, two of the biggest baseball fans you'll know. But we recognize that it's a long season and that to have it be equivalent to a football game, it takes 10 of them. So for everyone overreacting to every start Max Scherzer makes or every at-bat Anthony Volpe has, was he at 136? I weigh more than Anthony Volpe's batting average. Let's all take a deep breath. It's a long baseball season. But thank you for realizing our truths. I do appreciate that, man. Thank you, pal.
My guy just called me back about the DirecTV question.
Yes.
So just give me 1 second here. I apologize. Yeah, I thought that was funny too, right? But
it was funny.
It was funny. Sometimes I do realize if you're the only person watching.
I appreciate it.
Sometimes you are.
Glad you said it.
Look.
What was your point? That it's a long baseball season?
No,
Yes.
it looks like it's a weird thing. Like, I know, like, for example, the Tampa Red Sox, it was Red Sox, whoever they played.
Yeah, 1-0.
Yeah, that game was played in 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think, like, we're getting close to a 2-hour kind of deal, which I can live with, Like, if baseball games, I know this probably pains you, who just loves the sport, and, the games that, the intricacies of the game. But I think if they could somehow, and there's nothing else you can do really, but 2 hours is like a sweet spot. Like, you don't get bored. Yeah, there's a lot of excitement. It's nonstop action.
It's not about...
Even in a 1-0 game, that was okay.
It's not about how long the game takes. It's about the action in the game. That's really the bottom line. You don't want to have 45 seconds in between pitches. And if you cut that out and the game happens to still take 3 hours, that's okay. There are entertaining 3-hour games.
Yeah, but 2 hours are better.
It depends. If I'm winning 3-0 and I get marvelous starting pitching in which my pitcher isn't going to 3-2 on every batter and he isn't throwing 100 pitches through 5 innings and he dominates for 8 scoreless innings and he throws 87 pitches, then it's great. I'm with you. I'm going to Citi Field tonight. If David Peterson throws 7 scoreless and it takes an hour and a half, I'm good. I'm happy with that.
Well, meanwhile, the New York Mets took care of business. Your boy Scherzer did a good job. A little defiant afterwards. I wasn't broken. Had to fine-tune some things. Meanwhile, Big Mac, your Yankees. What's going on,
What do you
man?
mean your Yankees?
What
You're
happened?
the Yankees, too. It's not just Big Mac's Yankees.
I forgot. Our Yankees.
Our Yankees. Did they lose a game?
Yeah.
I don't. It's tough to explain what's going on then.
Right? What the hell's going on with the Yankees last night?
I'm really struggling.
I
They
mean,
lost
walk in the ballpark like it's
a lot of walks.
like it's a job.
Yeah, her mom did not have good
got
stuff.
out of every jam pretty much.
Pretty much.
But could not get the big hit. Could not get the big hit.
Including
Let's be honest.
Judge and Rizzo. It wasn't just the bottom of the lineup couldn't come through.
Yeah.
Judge, Torres with the leadoff triple and can't Judge and
You know what?
Rizzo can't come through.
I think the first inning killed him.
First inning
you
hurt.
have, and this is like the old cliche in baseball, but it's so true.
Get 'em early.
When you face an
Yeah.
ace specifically,
Yeah.
and you have him down, you got to knock him out. The Yankees are up 2-0 with second and third nobody out against Shane Bieber,
Yeah.
and once they let him off the hook in the first inning, he did a great job, and they made mistakes. How about IKF trying to advance to third on a ball that's like 2 feet away from Mike Zunino with Aaron Judge at the plate?
Right.
That's just bad base running.
Yeah.
And then obviously, you just brought it up, when Glaber leads off with a triple down a run and Aaron Judge can't decide check swing or not, and he gives you an excuse me pop up to second base, and Anthony Rizzo's swinging at a pitch that almost hits him. It was just one of those off nights. But I really thought in the first inning when you
They could have
have
blown it open.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you could have knocked him out of the game quick.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
weird
Calhoun
thing-
ripped the ball right to the second baseman. That was like it just felt like
I'll
the
tell you
worm
this, though,
turned at that
watching the
moment.
game yesterday, what have they played? 10 games?
They
whatever
played
it
10
is?
games, yes.
Yeah, and
6
it's 6 and 4, and it's
Yet
fine.
to lose the series.
Yeah, listen, it's all good. It's all good.
Well, they are 4 games out of first place.
I mean, it's the biggest deficit in the sport.
Yeah, it only takes one more football game. We're right back in
That's
it.
it. Here's the issue, though, and I try to see if I'm the only Yankee fan that felt this way, and if I'm not, just tell me I'm totally out of whack on this, and I will move on graciously. Okay, the games like yesterday, it gives you a weird feeling like I've seen this before with these guys. That's how I felt about it. Like, couldn't get the big hit to break it open. Can't get a big hit late. Can't get a sack fly.
Over their last 8 with runners in
Yeah,
scoring position.
can't get hit with anyone on base. Walking the ballpark. Bullpen does a good job. The game's right there. A big hit opens it up. Yankees win the game, by a run, whatever.
Yeah.
And every now and then, and again, you're right, it's 10 games. I'm not going to get crazy about it. But there are some games, and I'm sure you feel this way as a Met fan, when you see a certain type of game where you're like, ugh, like I know this team.
Yeah, but I think the difference is if you look at tonight with Garrett Cole on the mound against the guy most Yankee fans have never heard of, and then tomorrow where Cleveland hasn't announced their starting pitcher because they're dealing with injuries, you're still set up to go win another series. You know what I mean? And until you lose a series or you lose 6 out of 8, I can't get crazy about a loss in which, maybe some old warts pop out at you. You know what I mean?
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's still
there's a feeling that you have when you watch certain types of games where you're like, well, I know this team. I know this story.
Well, for 2 years we heard about the bad base running, and I thought that was one of the more underrated mistakes from yesterday's game with IKF trying to go to third base on a ball that isn't even that far away from the catcher, and you have Aaron Judge at the plate. But it's a game. And they didn't hit. They also didn't hit against one of the better pitchers in the American League who settled down, and a bullpen that's pretty good. So it is one game, and that's the thing. That's the problem sometimes we have in this town, and I do it too. I admit it as a Met fan. We treat every baseball game like a football game, and you can't do that because every football game is worth 10 baseball
I can't
games.
continue to have this silly. I'm all confused now.
But, bro, it's true. You're going to lose right off the top. You're
Yeah.
losing 50 games. Right off the top. Like your thing is. And then there are those games that could go either way, right? That's another cliche.
I hate that. The other team gets paid. Things go this way and that way. The cliches are already, out of control here. Meanwhile, you get some 6 p.m. Yankee baseball tonight.
Right back on the
Mets
horse.
are 7-10 again against the San Diego Padres. And it's Garrett Cole looking to continue his very hot start and go 3-0 against somebody you never heard of.
Just remember this.
Yeah.
You lose 2 more games in a row. Now, he's not playing today, so he gets a respite. But I would say if you lose 2 more games, the vultures are going to come out for your shortstop. They're going to start to say,
It's getting close, right?
We can't
It's gonna
play
start
this
to
kid
happen, yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
136. Now, Booney already said on his weekly spot with John Boy, no Volpe today. He's getting an off day. He's
Getting
going
an
to
off day.
recalibrate the brain a little bit.
I mean, to be fair, the kid went from more or less like, a low-level ball to being the Yankees starting shortstop and playing, every day in a row, right? Give him a little break, a little mental break.
now you're all for the off
Give him a
days.
little, well, he's a kid. Like I told you, we're setting this kid up to be abused, and I'm not going to be a
But
party to that. I'm
that's not because he's playing every day. It's because he hasn't hit yet.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
I am not going to be a party to the Volpe abuse, which I know is coming.
It hasn't started yet. And you've always said this, because I remember bringing this up before the season started. And one of the concerns that I had about why the Yankees may not allow him to make the team
the bad starts, right?
was, hey, how's New York going to handle a young kid who struggles? And you made the point, and it's true, and it's been proven true, If they win, it won't be a big deal. So far, they're winning. I mean, they're 6-4. They've won every series they played, and there's been very little talk about the fact that Anthony Volpe is hitting 129. He doesn't look overmatched by any stretch. He's got a good eye at the plate. He steals bases. He's played solid shortstop. So it's not like he's been an unmitigated disaster all around. But once they start losing a few games, this is a tough town. You know what'll happen.
But I told you before the season began, I am not going to be party to it. I am going to be strong in my defiance against Volpe hatred. And you're right. If he continues not to hit or doesn't make every single play in the field, he's had a couple plays where he had a tough time adjusting to a ball or seeing a ball, whatever the case may be. The New York Yankees are playing, let's say, 500 ball, or, they're struggling, right? And the offense is a part of it. And he gets up with dudes on base and strikes out, etc. They're going to go after him. And I'm not going to tolerate it.
You'll be the first one
As
to rip
a
him.
Yank, no, I will not. I made myself a vow. This is a good kid.
This is a good kid.
18-year-old kid who's playing shortstop for the Yanks.
He's not 18.
18-year-old kid. He barely got bar mitzvah a year or two ago. I know he's 21, but the deal is this. I'm not being a party to it. And I will fight off all attackers if you start throwing shade at Anthony Volpe.
How about we just give his numbers? He's
doing
hitting
it.
129. Is that shade?
He's 21
What
years old.
the hell does that mean? What does that mean? I can't say his batting average?
He got off to a bad start at every level of
I
his
agree.
career.
I said that to you before the season. Absolutely.
So let's just be patient.
There was one ball off the bat last night. I don't know if you felt this way, Big Mac, where I thought it had a chance to get
Yeah.
out, and I thought
Oppo.
Derek Jeter, 1996. I was like, oh, here it is. He's getting his first home run in Cleveland. Here
Would
we
have
go.
been nice. God knows he had enough home runs down in Tampa, right? I mean, it'd be nice, right?
Hey, at least Gleyber Torres is hitting the cover off the ball.
Yeah, he looks great.
You got to be thrilled by what
Glaber's
Gleyber's
been
done.
great. You can't trade Gleyber Torres right now.
Oh, here we go.
You can't.
Here we go.
I know you guys don't want to trade him because he's hot. F that.
No. It's not
I got a
No, I don't wanna
generational
trade him
talent right
because
now at
he's hot.
second base. He is.
It's not that you're
How
trading
old is
him.
Gleyber Torres? 12?
27.
He's not even close to being 30.
Why are you decreasing everybody's age when you talk about them?
Because I decided that sometimes we're not in the right. Sometimes we need to back
Well,
off
first
just
of all,
a little bit.
trade depends on what you get back. That's pretty important. And the other thing is you got to ask yourself this about Gleyber Torres, who's been here for now 5 years. What is he? Like, is this the breakthrough that we were watching in 2019
Well, isn't
all
this
over
what
again?
every Yankee fan's been waiting on
I
since the
understand, but
rookie
in
year?
2020 and in 2021 and for parts of 2022, he wasn't very good. So which is the real Gleyber Torres? I don't think we have the answer. You think this guy that we've seen over 10 games hitting 387 is the guy? I don't know that. Do you know that?
I know this. If that dude's hitting the ball the way he's hitting the ball, you leave him alone.
It's 10
You don't-
games.
I don't care.
So
Great
you're
10
ignoring
games.
the last 3 years and looking at 10 games?
I'm not.
That's the mistake you're making.
I think you guys, all you baseball lunatics, make the mistake of going, this is not what he did for the last 3 years. What's he doing now? That's all I care
but it's
about.
10 games. It's not
That's all-
110 games.
Well, that's all he's played, 10 games. Guy's the best offensive player on the team.
So based on that, if we're judging people based on just
Go
a
ahead.
short sample
Talk to
size,
me.
Anthony Volpe should go to AAA.
No, we should be patient
They
with
should
him.
DFIKF immediately, which I think most people would agree
okay with that, actually. Although he played a good center field. I'll give him that.
And he's playing third base every once in a while.
Yeah, no, you need a utility guy like that. And I'm not going to panic to a 6-4 start. Now, get swept by the Indians, whatever they're called. The
Guardians.
Yeah. I just have a tough time with that. No. Maybe my kids won't, your kids won't, because that's the only thing they'll know.
Yeah.
But it's a stupid name.
It's a stupid name.
I mean, it really is a stupid name.
It's a stupid name.
It's a stupid,
It's a
stupid
really
name.
stupid name.
And by the way, Indians, in and of itself, is not offensive. Now, there are certain words that we use that are offensive. Redskins, I get it, was offensive to Native Americans. I get that. I respect that.
Right.
Indians isn't offensive.
Were you offended by Karen Chuck celebrating like he won the World Series after he got out of that jam in the eighth? Did that offend you? Did that bother you?
Indians. You got me saying Indians.
Guardians
relief pitcher.
What you telling him who it is?
Yeah, he has no idea who it is.
He's the guy he gave up the triple
He
to
gave up the triple
Gleyber.
to Gleyber and got out of
He
it.
got Judge Rizzo and then blew a fastball by Giancarlo like it was me at the plate. And then he basically, I thought he was going to take his clothes off after he got
He's
done.
like Rick Wild Thing Vaughn.
Yeah, I saw that celebration was embarrassing.
I thought he was going to rip his clothes off and celebrate. And I think we're headed towards that day. But that's going to be a celebration.
That's going to be the new celebration. 877-337-6666. Real quick, Greg is in New Haven. Greg, how are you?
Good, Craig. How are you?
Great. What's up?
Just real quickly, I think that you might be the best candidate for this. I know he's an icon, but would you please tell John Sterling that the kid's name is Anthony Volpe?
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Stop with the Volpe stuff.
It's not Volpe.
Maybe he's making him. Maybe he's making
every
him French.
Every Italian American in the greater Metro New York is biting their tongue every time.
By the way, I want to say something about that. About a week and a half ago, I made a point on this show of saying the family would like their last name to be spoken correctly, as they should. It ain't hard to say Volpe. And while to a lot of people it's not a big deal, if you were the Volpes, it is a big deal. And he should get it right. I'm with you.
If you're the kid's grandfather, I
right.
mean, think about it. His whole family is in the stadium, and this guy's got to call him Volpe. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents.
I'll tell you what. I will send a message out to John and Susan, and hopefully he will correct the kid's last name, which again is Volpe.
Volpe.
Yes, and that's how I say it. It's how you say it. It is not Volpe. Volpe.
Maybe he's setting up his home run call or something like that.
Yeah, but it's not. It shouldn't be about John.
No, I know.
It should be about getting the kid's name right.
No, I'm with
Maybe if you get his name right, I'll hit 250.
I was waiting for that shot.
I love this kid. This kid, to me, is everything right with American sports. Good-looking kid, nice family, good kid across the board. The American dream come true. Struggling for sure, but always a smile on his face.
Dude, I'm not kidding.
And I love him.
And we may get on him for his struggles. I'll give you the exact date. He plays shortstop every day till June 1st. I would not.
And tell him that,
every
right?
day. No, I would tell him that, and I'm telling you that. Like, we may criticize his struggles, but I think with a young shortstop like this who has earned this opportunity, what you do, and I know he's not playing today, it's an off day, and everybody gets off days. Giancarlo Stanton's getting an off day tonight. DJ LeMahieu got an off day yesterday. That's just baseball in 2023. You could cry about it. That's the reality.
Yeah.
But he should play shortstop every single day until June 1st. If he's hitting 125 in June 1st, we should have a conversation.
Yeah.
No, because I do think at some point you got to perform.
No, listen,
but
you
I'm not
can't
making that judgment in April or even May.
Look,
I think 2 straight months, you're the guy, and then there's a reevaluation.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. You cannot have someone who becomes an automatic out in your lineup every single day. At some point, you got to let him fix it, whether it's a swing, whether it's his head, whatever it is. You also don't want to crush the kid. Right? This is the kid that's going to be the face of, knock on wood, of the next 15 years of Yankee baseball. And you have to be you have to be delicate. That's not the right word. But you have to also recognize that he's not a 30-year-old, 10-year pro. This is the very beginning. And if I do remember, a young man named Derek Sanderson Jeter struggled also. Did he not?
As a rookie? Not really.
Yeah, he struggled a
Not
little bit.
really. The guy I would bring up as an example, not in New York, was Dustin Pedroia. Dustin Pedroia had, I think, a month and a half as a rookie, and he was getting beat up in Boston where he just wasn't performing. But, no, I don't think Derek Jeter got off.
Yeah, no, he struggled a little bit. People booed him. I remember booing him
as
myself.
As a rookie?
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of boos
No,
as a
it
rookie.
was 03, 04. I forget the exact year where he got off to just a brutal start.
Got booed.
And he heard some boos, and then he got so hot in June.
Yeah.
Like, it was gone. But no, Derek Jeter did not struggle as a rookie.
By the way,
sorry,
it's now been a couple years. I mean, since we're talking about John mispronouncing Volpe as Volpe.
Yeah.
I mean, even we could stop calling him he knows they're the Guardians now, right?
Oh, did he? Was that a thing last night?
Thing. You would have thought they never changed the name.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a protest or just an oversight?
No, it's called being 80.
Oh, okay.
I think, and for 50 years, broadcasting games against the Indians.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That's all that is. It's funny to hear it, but I understand it too. Anyhow, listen, we got lots to do today.